Chairperson. Rising rents is a frightening experience for tenants. Yesterday I received an email from a man living in Clonakilty informing me of some steep rent increases that have been imposed on tenants in the last few days in the estate in Clonakilty. They were all informed that their rents were rising by 25%, Minister, and they were given 3 months' notice to get their heads around this increase. This man and his wife work full-time, but they are finding the cost of living to be very hard to cope with. And then this added increase in rent, which adds up to 3,000 extra per year, makes it impossible for them to continue in their home. In the middle of a national cost of living crisis, there are landlords hiking up the rent, taking advantage of the demand for housing. This man would be very angry, but he says he doesn't have the time, as he has to now try and find somewhere for himself and his wife and children to live. Another email I received this morning from a man asking me could I help him who's got nowhere to live in West Cork. He's staying in his car. And unfortunately, that's what I find in my clinics every Saturday, and every Friday, Saturday, Monday when I'm meeting people, is the same crisis. We haven't got anywhere to stay. We're staying in our cars. Another email I received, as I said, at this weekend in clinics, I have families coming into me begging me for help with rent, with HAP, with accommodation, with housing. For those who are lucky enough to get this once-off farcical planning permission, the way things are gone, then they are left with the building costs that are crippling Ireland. The price of materials is crippling everyone, and even if the client can pay, it's hard to get your hands on the materials. As the government stands by and issues press releases after press releases and statements, one after the other, that what has been done to fix the housing crisis in Ireland, they would do well to remember that every policy taken so far has failed. This is why we are where we are today. And the unfortunate thing I find too in my constituency, so many people getting eviction letters. And I don't want to tar every landlord, with the one brush, because some of them are very, very good and have been very fair to tenants down through the years. But there is a crisis out there, Minister, that needs to be addressed.